What's up, disc golf fans, and welcome back. This is the round 2 front nine coverage for the 2024 Amateur Disc Golf World Championship, proudly sponsored by Discraft. We are in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we are Gatekeeper Media providing the coverage for the MA1 Division.
Yeah, make sure you go over and subscribe to PDGA, and we are very excited to bring you this coverage as we're going to be at Johnson Park for round 2. We have 288 MA1 competitors here, and right now, as you see, Jeff Yanda is actually in second place, so we do have players from a B pool that will be playing Brewer Park as we're jumping on to Johnson. Also, we have Jason Green, Mason McLean, and John Ryan rounding out our card here.
A lot of really respectable scores from round 1 carrying over, so super excited to see how this all shakes out. Jumping into hole 1, 195-foot, 59-meter par 3, really tight, a lot of danger there off to the left, OB all along that side. Really, it's just something, either a chip, flexy forehand, or a nice simple backhand.
With our lead card here at Johnson Park in Grand Rapids, Michigan, for the 2024 PDGA Amateur World Championships. Leading us off, let's hear it for Jeff Yanda.
So this course, Johnson, is a par 54, so we're going to have all par 3s here today. Some pretty short holes overall, so these guys can really attack this course. So I'm hoping to see some pretty high numbers.
Jeff riding that right side with a backhand flex shot, pushing about 25 long.
Jason Green.
This course is a little more wooded in terms of you do have to hit a little more gaps compared to Brewer.
Unfortunate start there for Jason.
McLean.
Mason, Team Dismania. And Derek, I just got to say, it is other than the rain that we had at the beginning of round 1, we're set to have beautiful weather all week. So,
considering what the Am World's weather has been in terms of heat in the past years, I'd say that this is quite a delight.
And we have John Ryan the third finishing it out, and it looks like he's going to go overhand to start.
Interesting play. I do think it pushes a lot quicker to the right, so you're kind of taking that OB out of play. We got Jason here for his second, just unable to get to the green. Still leaving a lot of meat on that bone.
Yeah, that left side OB there is a property line to a different owner, so comes up pretty quick on that side, as we saw John getting pretty close. And
ooh, right side splash out.
Missing an inside the circle putt to start the round.
Jeff resorting to straddle.
Oh, no.
And honestly, that's to be expected, straddling on that side, obstructed with a couple of those trees there. Solid connection from John.
Yeah, he's going to be the only one grabbing the birdie here. As this hole played pretty hard. I actually finished .06 over par. As with that OB, it's understood people will be taking bogeys on this hole.
It's a whole new ball game when you have to hit a tight line and shape a shot.
Yeah, it actually came in as the most difficult hole on the entire day. We're going to jump into hole 2, 311 feet, 95 meters, par 3. This one sets up good for a righty backhand. Just throw a big hyzer here. There is a lot of elevation at this course, so that is the big difference. So while these holes may be pretty short, there is a lot of danger in terms of rollaways and things like that.
Was that a left-handed shot?
Like left-handed backhand?
Yeah.
I don't know. So John is known as the two-hand. Ooh, that must actually hit me.
And so two rounds in a row now here. You've had some close encounters.
Yeah.
Going back to hole 18 on round 1.
You know, the old geezer out here filming. Looks like I still got it. But yeah, John, he throws a lot of lefty. He putts lefty, but then he also throws righty forehand as his primary throw. And I think there he threw lefty backhand, which that might be the only one the entire round that I remember.
I don't remember it in the moment, so it kind of threw me off there.
So all these guys getting around the circle, it's really where you ended up, depending on how this putt's going to look. Pretty uphill there for Jason. This one a little more level, but John might have a testy comebacker here.
Oh, a little right on that one. Nice catch from the basket. Downhill putt, so that could have been pretty bad.
Good par save there for John.
Mason is the highest rated player on our coverage for this round.
Wow.
Yep, coming in at 984. Been a member since 2020.
Good birdie to grab there. Yeah, it kind of feels like with how the sport's developing, the amateur championships are starting to kind of become like a junior championships. I mean, some of these guys are, 15, 16, 17 years old, and man, they crush. Par 3 here, 200 feet, another right to left, sets up good for righty backhand. But blind, and I think that's the theme of this course, and I think maybe 15 of these holes are blind, which is challenging. Not being able to see the basket.
Yeah, that really is where course knowledge and confidence come into play, where you have to really study that line and know that if you hit it, it'll work out for you.
Yeah.
Coming up a little right, getting stopped short. That sawed off a little too close left. Not going to make it all the way through. So Jason elects for a little chip up forehand, gets himself up into the green, but it will be par at best.
Ooh.
A little high and left for Jeff.
Oh,
front
no.
cage, catches edge, and just starts rolling. Wow.
That is brutal.
That's probably the worst roll away you could get on this hole.
Yeah.
With the amount of distance here, so he's just going to have to lay up a little chip shot as well, land flat, nestle up.
Good par save there for Jeff. Yeah, what happened to Mason there, he needs to just know that it's happening to other people out here as well.
And not just on this hole. I mean, there are, like you said, a lot of elevation here. The chances of it happening on just about every other hole is pretty high.
Yeah, he just got daylawed. Well, we're at Johnson, so.
Bogey save is good.
We're through 54 holes.
It is going to be an exciting championship Sunday.
Evelina with what might have been the single best drive in the division.
Evelina has been so good at throwing those direct lines.
2024 PDGA Champions Cup presented by Bushnell winner, Evelina Salonen.
All right, hole 4, 222 feet. This is the easiest hole on the course. So we have just this little valley here that you have to throw over. But pretty level with the tee box overall. So kind
Yeah,
of just
maybe give or take 5 feet.
That's what you expect. We're gonna see that again. Hey, when you don't have to putt, it's a good feeling.
Lower line starting off and hitting early, not getting the skip up into the green.
This is gonna leak a little left, maybe a little short as well.
Not where you want to be when this is a must-get birdie for the field.
Good shot there for Mason. Should be able to get a bounce back.
Good bid from John. Jason finding metal as well. Getting a bounce further out.
So yes, 71% of the field has taken the birdie here. So these guys losing strokes to the field. John needs to quickly start finding some green. Get himself back into the negatives.
All right, hole 5, downhill, 235 foot, 72 meter, going left to right. OB pretty close there on the back side of the pin.
Yeah, Derek, I like this hole. I think this hole really makes you work on your speed control and your angles.
Yeah, it's almost like you do want to play it a little bit shorter, because if you really are trying to ring it up, pushing too far left, too far right, you could definitely find that OB quickly.
And it's downhill, so I mean, it's definitely playing shorter.
And that flirts with the boundary.
John got very lucky. That was going to go OB.
Jason having a similar line here, pushing a little too far, and he does unfortunately find that out of bounds.
It's a good par save there, though. It's a good thing here is OB's so close to the basket. You should be able to get a circle 3.
Nice putt. Looked like Jeff wasn't really expecting for that to stick, but here we are with green on the scorecard. Just kind of going in a little bit into the routine. This course plays very quickly, so we want to highlight some of the players' kind of full motion, because it is important to kind of nestle into a routine within reason.
Good birdie for Mason. It's got 2 now after that bogey.
Yeah, that's definitely the type of bounce back you want. You want that upward momentum.
It's more than half the field took a birdie here. So this is kind of another must get for these guys. 3rd easiest hole. All right, hole 6, 203 feet. We're going right back uphill. This one's pretty fun as well. You got to give it a little more than you think, and there's kind of a gap you have to follow the whole line, or a line you have to follow the whole time. There's a left side, I guess you could take, but I think everyone's going to be taking this right side.
And that's just about textbook. Playing it a little lower. That's getting a little lucky. Hitting that definitely brought a lot of the momentum out of it. So now getting the distance uphill.
John showcasing that forehand.
I like that, playing the ground. And so that to me seems like Jason was trying for the left gap.
Yeah, I think so. There's going to be another par on his scorecard.
Winds were definitely down in comparison to round 1 here today.
Turkey for Mason. Yeah, these are perfect scoring conditions today, so Jason.
Yep, in with his par. He is the only member of our card from Michigan. Finding some trouble off the tee so far. Third of the way through, so let's see how we finish. All right, coming back in hole 7, 307 foot, 94 meter par 3. Downhill, tighter gap there off the tee, right to left. Basket sits in a small bowl. Steep decline just past.
That's going to be just outside the circle.
So
That was the
this is
lefty
a-
backhand. I
yeah.
saw it.
Yeah, this is an interesting play from John.
All right, so confirmed John can throw lefty backhand. And because he putts lefty, he's probably left-handed with traditional life, I would say, but maybe not.
I don't know if that's good or not.
Guess we'll find out.
Well, John, if you're in the comments,
Yeah, let us know.
yeah, let everyone know where the ambidextrous play style came from. You know, I like the overhand play as just kind of like straight up, straight down. But the problem is you need to push it a lot further before it starts to drop. Otherwise, it just dies right there on the fairway.
Yeah, you need a big overhand to be doing that.
But it minimizes a
Yeah.
lot of risk.
Just channel your inner J.C. Kester and you'll get it.
Solid putt.
That was a good distance. Mason's got a filled scorecard. Quickly erased that bogey. Now 4 under for the round.
Yeah, raced and then some. Maybe brought out the whiteout.
Jeff in there. He's at 4 as well. As the hot round, the person who is in first from the B pool shot 13 on round 1. And that was in not so great conditions. So hole 8, 299 feet. We're just kind of going back to where we just threw, just kind of slightly uphill. Got this gap you have to hit pretty far down the fairway, which I like to see. A little more trouble
Yeah, that
coming into play.
the midpoint of the fairway is where it gets its tightest, and that's kind of where you need to start having your disc work from left to right. So hitting that line, you know, a good 100 feet out is kind of what you're tested with today.
So yeah, from B pool, RJ Cherkis shot 13 down, and then second place, Jordan Brower shot a 10. So that gives you a good idea of the numbers that the B pool was putting up. So all these guys are definitely pushing for double digits, especially being on lead card. Like, you know, you need to try to at least get to 10 to stay relevant going into round 3. So that's going to be a little right. That's going to be pretty tricky in there.
Tough angle here, just far enough left into the shoal to have trouble.
Still has a little bit of work with like maybe a 15-20 footer there.
That was a good bid there from John. Jason finds himself deep in it, kind of just trying to punch out, barely makes it past the tree line.
Jeff, the only one with the clean drive, making it through the gap.
And he connects.
Yeah, takes advantage. Great putt from him. Just trying to keep that lead. Good par save there for Mason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that was like even a little farther than I thought. That was maybe even 25 feet.
Slightly uphill, too. Good par save there for Jason as well. All right, finishing up the front nine here with a 308-foot, 94-meter, slightly uphill, go over the crest, and then it drifts down right to left. Plays to kind of Stockheiser. This one looks a little close. Yeah, it just doesn't fight all the way through, drops way short. This looks like it's more of the textbook line.
Scooting on up there to circle's edge.
I think playing the lower shot,
That's a good pull.
to keep it more level when it hits, to play that ground.
Yeah, I agree there. This should get a nice skip and go left side, kind of funneled with the hillside there, but should have a putt, maybe 40 feet or so. It's Jeff just trying to lay up, take his par, go into the back nine, 5 under, hitting that mark I was talking about if you want to get to that double digits.
Jason hitting a lot of metal here, unable to connect.
Mason really starting to heat up. Other than that one par, took that one bogey. He's keeping pace with our leader.
John here having some branches kind of grabbing at him for this, able to secure the birdie nonetheless.
I swear, man, his style and his form and his looks, he feels like a younger Gannon Burr mixed with Eagle McMahon. And you can tell, like, it's, I just want to put that out there. I think it's really cool to see that there's now people
Emulating their favorites and
and
people
Gannon
they look
is,
up to.
And Gannon has now looked at that.
Yeah.
And, like, Eagle is now, like, experienced. And it's so cool to see the next generation here.
I agree. So as we see here, a mixed bag for our players.
Riven Tanner, 10 down. Good round from him. Trying to keep pace. Still have this back nine, though. A lot of birdies for this lead card. Very excited to watch that. Thank you for tuning in to the PDGA channel. Make sure you subscribe. Head over to Gatekeeper Media if you haven't. Subscribe there as well. We'll see you on the back nine.